Good morning, students. This is lecture 2, modifying language with approximates and intensifiers. Now, what are intensifiers and why do we use them and how do we use them? We use intensifiers like considerably, exactly and extremely to make what we are saying stronger. For example, Jay's work has improved. But how much? How much has Jay's work improved? Then we say Jay's work has improved considerably. That means quite a bit, quite a lot. So it basically tells us how much. Alright? For example, you might be angry, and then we may use an intensifier to say that I am very angry, extremely angry. So these words are intensifiers. Next, my sister's marks are the same as mine. That means you can write, my sister's marks are exactly the same as mine. So you are intensifying, you are telling exactly, you are saying how much. Flying first class is expensive, but how much expensive? So we can say flying first class is extremely expensive, very expensive. There is no full stop here. Please put a full stop at the end of the sentence. Now, if you say intense or how much, then you need to know exactly how much. There are three categories roughly. For example, right at the bottom, you have fairly, pretty, somewhat. Not pretty, pretty. Pretty means quite a bit. Next is strong, which comes in the middle. That means a little more. And right on top you have the most. Yes? So the first one, when we feel more intensely, a lot, very much, we use extremely, very, really. And on our right, we have other words as well. For example, to, absolutely, exactly, totally, immense. All these mean a lot, very, too much. Alright, for example, the problem is extremely difficult. The problem is very difficult. The problem is too difficult. Or you may say the problem is absolutely difficult. The problem is immensely difficult, a lot. In the same way, you can say it is very interesting book. It is a very interesting book. It is an absolutely interesting book. Yes, so I enjoyed it immensely, totally, thoroughly. So all these things specify how much, a lot, extremely, really. For example, the third sentence, she was really angry with me. She was extremely angry with me. She was very angry with me. The next one, when we use the category, is somewhat in between. Strong, but not very strong words that we use here are rather and quite. The exam was rather difficult. The exam was quite difficult. This water is quite cold. Not extremely cold. Extreme would mean very, very cold. When we try to say or describe things which are a little, then you may say to a limited extent, fairly, pretty, somewhat. My brother is fairly tall. Not very tall, but he is okay-ish or somewhat tall. Pretty, the film was pretty good, means quite good. Not very good, but it was okay. And you can also say the film was somewhat good or we were somewhat tired, a little tired. So I'm sure you have understood how we use intensifiers. Now some more examples. It's extremely hot in Africa. You play soccer very well. You play soccer extremely well. You could also write, you play soccer really well. Do you really mean it? It's fairly boring. It's quite calm here. We had learnt another word. It's quite serene here. Number F, he's pretty intelligent, quite intelligent. Number G, these students are rather smart. Number H, I so wanted to buy the dress. That means I wanted to buy the dress very much. I was really interested in buying the dress, but maybe I didn't have enough money, so I couldn't buy it. Number I, she writes poems too often. Number J, it's absolutely amazing. Number K, I am a little angry with her. Not very much, not extremely angry, just a little. So you have to see what you want to express. Are your emotions really intense, or they are medium, or they are just a little? And according to what you feel, you need to use these intensifiers. Now, there are some ways, we like to express a certain situation. For example, you may say, I was afraid. Instead of saying, I was very afraid, you can say, I was terrified, petrified, I was scared. So another way of saying afraid is terrified, petrified, scared. And please don't use the word very, very often. Instead of very, you may just write terrified. So if you are very angry, you may say furious. Don't say very angry, say I was furious. Bad, atrocious. Beautiful, exquisite. Don't say she is very beautiful, or that bracelet is very beautiful. You can say it is exquisite. Big, immense, bright, dazzling, capable, accomplished, clean, spotless, clever, brilliant, cold, freezing, conventional, conservative. Someone who follows rules and regulations a lot, is not flexible, then you say conservative. In the same way, we have other words. You can say, for example, not very neat but immaculate, old, ancient, poor, destitute, pretty. Now see this word is pretty, beautiful, quiet, silent, not quite. Quite means little, quiet means silent, risky, perilous, roomy, spacious, that means has a lot of space, rude, vulgar, serious, solemn. What is solemn? M is silent. It means a very, very serious environment, you can say. Small, tiny, strong, unyielding, unyielding. We have another list. Dirty, squalid, dry, parched, eager, keen, fast, quick, fierce, ferocious, good, superb, happy, jubilant, hot, scalding, hungry, ravenous, large, colossal, lively, vivacious, vivacious, again vivacious, loved, adored, stupid, idiotic, tasty, delicious, thin, gaunt, tired, exhausted, ugly, hideous, valuable, precious, weak, feeble, wet, soaked, wicked, villainous, wise, sagacious, again sagacious, worried, anxious. Now these are the words that you could use. Please do not use very again and again. Too angry, very angry. Instead of that, you can use that I am furious. So these are the ways in which we can use these intensifiers whenever we write anything. Learn them and try to practice them in your writing. Use them whenever you have to. Exercise 4, page number 15. Rewrite the sentences using intensifiers given in brackets. Example, food prices have risen. How much have they risen? Dramatically. So what would our sentence be? Food prices have risen dramatically. Now please see the following sentences and see how we can use the words in brackets. Number 1, more people travel by public transport these days. How many people travel? Far. So how can we use for many people? How do we use far? Please think. The United States is bigger than the United Kingdom. Yes, how much bigger? Number 3, my mother was delighted with the flowers. Absolutely. How much delighted? Absolutely. Number 4, Lucy did not listen to the teacher and was lost in the math lesson. How lost was she? Yes, totally. So use this intensifier for completing these sentences. Number 5, there has been an improvement in Jay's behavior. How much improvement? Number 6, the football team played better today. So we have to use considerably. Number 7, more glass bottles are recycled every year. We have to use many. Number 8, you are right. How right? We have to use the word exactly. Yes? Exercise 5, page number 16. Complete the blanks with words from the box to make the writing stronger. That means we have to use intensifiers in the box. And the first one has been done for us. Number 1, extremely, considerable, far, completely, really, many. Walking is an extremely good form of exercise. It is beneficial for the general health of the body and also the heart. It is usually dash free, though some walkers do spend a dash amount of money on special equipment. If you go into a sports shop, you can spend dash more money on shoes and clothes than is usually necessary for general walking. But if you decide to go hiking in the mountains, then it is recommended to have dash strong walking boots. You should always take food and water with you and never walk alone dash. More people take up to this pleasant activity every year. So see which of the words would be appropriate here and use the intensifiers. Alright. Next, complete exercise A on page number 17. I am almost as tall as. Now you may think as tall as who, what. You have to use your own ideas. I am practically the what. My best friend is nearly what. My school is roughly. Think about it. Number 5, I am extremely dash. Number 6, I think dash is absolutely dash. Your cues or hints. You could make sentences on behavior, discipline, studies, age, hobbies, talents, and whatever you feel like. Exercise B, page 17 and 18. It's not very difficult. Just think. We need to use the words in the box for our own ideas. Yes? The words that we need to use about this picture are about, around, exactly, much, extremely, really. So this is what we need to complete. Yes? This is a picture of about. Now in the box we have the intensifier about. Yes? So we have written, this is a picture of about. We remember the approximates that we had done earlier. Not exactly, but about, nearly. Yes? So in this piece of writing, we are trying to use approximates, intensifiers, and whatever we can think of. This is a picture of about 10 boys. Yes? If you count the boys, they are just 1 or 2 more than 10. But we write about 10 boys who are lined up for a group photograph. They all look dash age. Yes? What age are they? approximately. Yes, so you need to take one word from the box, and you need not have just a single word. It could be a phrase like about 10 boys. Yes, one of them is dash taller than the others. Yes, can you see one boy standing in the last row, and he seems to be taller? So think about it. They are wearing dash t-shirts. Yes, similar t-shirts, almost the same type of t-shirts. Yes, and shorts, all dash proud. So what are they feeling here? How proud are they? Yes, one of them dash big cup. He's holding something. Yes, so you can write about the cup. Your homework, complete the exercises, that is exercise 4, 5, A and B, which are on page number 15, 16, 17 and 18. Thank you.